I mean, yeah, I like the way we came out. We played hard. I thought our defense was excellent. Offensively, I thought, at times in the game we struggled to moving the ball, but when it counted the most, we had great swings and we had great enthusiasm, and guys were excited about that. I think we really got, our swagger back and really got back to playing well.
What happened on the last play?
Saw a couple things that, they switched the pick and roll. I had Brooke open, but I felt like I really couldn't get him a clean ball, so I tried my outlet with Jordan, shot left a little bit short.
How close are you as a team and where you want to be right now?
We're getting there. We're constantly improving. And like I said, I like the way we're playing right now. We kind of got our fight back, and we're focused, and we're coming out, to win these games.
Devin, how about the crowd tonight? They were really into it.
Yeah, they were great. From start to finish. And, we hope for their continued support, but they really gave us a lift tonight.
Dev, what can you take away personally from this? Avery said you had outstanding defense, 11 assists, but then the last couple.
Yeah, I got to be better, executing late in the game, and that's on me. It's completely on me. Shot before that and the last play of the game. I got to be better at, getting us better shots, to win the game at that point in time.
Thanks, Devin.
Did you get a piece of it?
On which one?
Next to last one.
Oh, no, he just kind of got my peripheral and then forced me to shoot it higher than I wanted to. He got a piece of my head.
Is it just because he's here that you guys pick up your game, or what? I mean, because it's 2 out of 3, which could have been 3 out of 3.
No, I don't think it, because it's not a team. How do we know he's here?
He doesn't talk to you guys for the game or anything.
I know he's here, so I think it's just really, us getting back to, being comfortable at home. Obviously, we feel like we come out and play better, and our practice has been great, and we're really focused on the things that we can control, which is swinging the ball, playing at our pace, and playing, really good defense.
Now, I don't know if it's just me seeing things, but I feel like there was more confidence today in the fourth.
It's building. You don't see as many scoring lows as you once did in the past, and it all things that we've been working on, spacing on the floor, guys making open shots, and swinging the ball from side to side, attacking defenses more on the weak side rather than on the strong side, and it creates a better shooting average, and creates guys being more confident taking their shots.
Do you get excited when it happens like this? Do you look at?
It's fun to play this way. Yeah, it's fun to play this way. It's no fun to be shooting 32% and only scoring 97 points. But our defense has always been solid. I feel like we can guard anybody, but it's just our offense sometimes lets us down, and we put so much pressure on our defense at some point.
But when you look at you just started the second half of the season now, and you're at 12 wins, and we know what the next one means and all that. Do you let your mind wander to what might happen?
We just concentrate one at a time. We looked at a half-point season and what we need to improve on. I think we're doing that. If we continue to play this way, I think we'll have many more wins. Playing the way we're playing now.
You guys are having fun.
I think so now. Yeah, as guys are talking to one another, encouraging one another, and it's fun to play this way. Guys, everybody's taking their shots, and defensively we're playing collectively, we're talking, and it's fun to play that way.
First time in a couple of years, it's been like that.
I wouldn't say a couple of years. It's always fun at some point in time, but with this particular team, I don't think we've gelled as much as we've gelled in the last couple of games.
Is that all because of what he said on Wednesday?
I don't know. I can't contribute to one particular thing. It could be the talk we had about the halfway point season, what we need to improve on. Yes, it probably has to do something with the trade stuff, kind of calming down and guys getting back focused, and part of it's probably being at home and being comfortable that way too.
Nice to the pass going out so far, throw everything off on that.
I answered that one already.
Oh, I know. I was late though.
I think it threw our time enough a little bit, but it didn't really affect the play. We still got what we wanted. I got to make the right play at that point in time.
You guys have had a bunch of games that have ended like this. Do you ever look at your record and say, what if?
We can't live that way. We got to focus on the next one.
There's a potential buyout candidates. So we called up Brian and said, you guys interested in, would you guys consider buying out Patient? He goes, well, we'd like to try to trade him first, but yeah, yes, can I talk to his agent? This is January 7th, January 8th, right? And he goes, sure. So Johnny starts talking to his agent and said, look, we're interested. If you can work out a buyout with the Raptors, would you come to the Mavs? He goes, yeah. So he basically had committed to us weeks ago. And so then they work out the buyout. Calls Donnie, buyout's worked out. They're going to waive Pedro, whatever the day they waived it. So I talked to Brian. He says, great. He called and he says, what about Aginsa? You guys still interested in trading him and pay his salary? Okay, well, yes. saved a lot of money, right? Not playing a lot. So we did the trade. They were completely separate, independent deals. One had nothing to do with the other. But obviously, I think a lot of teams were upset because we got the jump on them, and that's legit. You're allowed to call teams and say, hey, teams are calling the Nets. Are you going to buy out Troy Murphy? You call his agent, If you guys get a buyout from Troy Murphy, would you be interested in coming to us? That's just the way it works. That's how you get, what they call divorce contracts, right? Where there's a buyout, because if he doesn't know where he's going or what he's going to get, he doesn't know how to do the buyout. So we got permission to talk to him. He told us yes weeks ago.
So what happens Monday with Peja? It's cleared.
Then he signs a contract. The trade goes through, and then he signs a contract.
So the trade goes through Monday then?
Yeah, unless the league. You got teams, because of the way it looked. And I actually was in at the NBA office when the whole thing was happening, and I showed him my text. I was like, I'll show you guys my text. I mean, go on here. No reason. If there was some logic to it happening, but teams just get mad, right? And so they start talking, and because on the outside it looks like, oh, the two are connected, but they call Bauman and ask him, his agent, Pager's agent, when did they first start talking to you? September 7th, September 8th, whatever it was. So.
All right, so Monday you expect the trade to go through and Peja to sign?
I mean, it's the NBA, but that's what I expect.
Do you anticipate the team making any major moves before the trade deadline?
Depends on the other 29 teams and what they offer us. For a good deal, I'll trade myself.
Be interesting.
So.
Did you ever talk with Prokhorov today?
Yes, I did.
You asked him something too?
He told me his only words were, "I will break you." No, he's a good guy. We just had a nice, pleasant conversation. And told him, we had met before, so it wasn't like the first time. And they were clear to tell me he's 5-1 when he's watching the Nets play. So I'm glad he's 5-2 now.
So your first time in this arena?
Yeah, it's a lot better than the last one. It's actually nice. Yeah, it's actually nice. They did a good job with it. Because it was cold as shit here.
Yeah, that's cool.
Next time I'm going to remember to bring the marshmallows because they got those heaters, those space heaters. Can you imagine? Hey guys, come on. That'll be fun. What else, guys? Anything?
What was that Mark Echo you were sitting next to at the game?
I have no idea who that was.
All right.
By the way, you will be happy to know that Kim Kardashian and Snooki did meet each other. I'm sure that was a huge thing on your mind. They did actually successfully meet. They got to say hello to each other.
I didn't know that was an issue.
It isn't. It's a ridiculous thing that I'm sharing with you to see what your reaction was.
It just shows you the NBA where amazing happens. And good night.
Oh man, I couldn't buy one. I don't know what's going on. I'm running in quicksand out there, man. I can't make a move, but got no legs. But even the last one, they really didn't want to go in. I mean, it kind of rolled out there. So just really happy to get a couple down this game. But it's an ugly game again for us offensively. Shooting in the 30s like in Chicago again. So. But at least we found a way to win tonight. I think in a couple of days nobody's going to ask how we won it, but at least we found a way. Got some good stops down the stretch where they had a chance to take the lead again. Guys stepped up and made some defensive plays, but I just got to keep on working. It's been an ugly stretch here for me the last couple of games. Probably one of the worst stretches I've had in my career, over 3, 4, 5 games, probably since my rookie year. Like I said, can't really, get out of the quicksand, so I got to keep on working and, hopefully work myself out of this pretty soon.
It's a good feeling when you.
Actually, I'm fine, but just like I said, after sitting out almost 3 weeks, already at halftime, my legs are gone. I feel heavy. Like I said, when I make a move, I feel slow, and little lethargic right now. So not like before I got hurt, I was a speedster or anything like that, but at least I felt like I could make a move and go by somebody a little bit. Right now, it feels like everything I do, it almost feels like my mind's telling my body to make a move, and my body takes a second or two to make the move. So it's been a little ugly. Been a tough stretch, like I said, but we got to keep on fighting through it, especially with Karan being out for the rest of the season. I got to be aggressive. I got to keep on shooting, and ultimately shoot my way out of it.
When you're having the night like you had, and like you said, the running and everything, to make that shot that seals the game, does that make it a little extra special for you?
Yeah, I try to concentrate even more. It's probably one of the best looks I had all night in the paint. 5-6 footer. The up and under right there is usually my shot, and even that one almost rolled out. So it was a frustrating night from the offensive end. Jet didn't really have much going for us. He was usually our go-to guy in the fourth. His pull-up going right is usually money, so he didn't really have much going. So it was another offensive struggle for us. Actually, JJ, I thought, made some big shots for us. Barrera did in the fourth quarter. He made a three there. He made that pull-up when we had nothing going off the pick and roll. So that was definitely big. Tyson had some big plays. When I got my runner blocked, he had that big offensive rebound to kind of keep that possession alive. So we were fighting out there, but like I said, we just got to work ourselves out of this funk we're in.
You feel like the last 3 games you guys started working towards that after losing streak?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I felt like when I was out and Karan was out, we didn't really have a pep in our step. The swagger we had got lost there, and in this league, you got to work for everything now. Teams are too good. You can't just show up and get wins, especially on the road. So we got to fight to get this back. We got to fight to get it back on track. We got to fight for possession now. Play every possession hard on both ends of the floor, and that's how you get it back. That's how you work yourself back in it. And it's good. We have a nice little homestand here. I think where our crowd can push ourselves forward again and hopefully get some big wins. So definitely with the doctor order, get some home games and hopefully get back on track.
Mr. Cuban stated that these are the games that you guys typically lose when you have a bad shooting night. How does it feel that you guys were able to come up with this win?
Yeah, I mean, our defense was solid. I think there in the fourth quarter, I think overall, the first half, we were a step slow again. They were shooting over 50% most of the night, which is not our goal. Our goal going into the season was to be solid defensively, hold teams to like around 42-43% shooting. And we did a nice job during our stretch in November, December, where we really did well defensively. And I thought there, especially in the fourth quarter, we got back to some of that. We held them to a lower amount of shooting from the line, from the floor. And like I said, we got some good stops down the stretch. When they were up 2, we gave ourselves a chance with that big stop. We got the rebound, and then they still had 6 seconds to score. So and then the guys did a good job of staying down and forcing some tough shots. So our defense definitely down the stretch was good.
What did you guys do defensively different in the fourth quarter than the first 3 quarters?
Just trying to stay in front of them. We reacted a little quicker to some of their stuff. We try to keep Devin in front of us. He's tough off the dribble. And trying to contest their shots late. But broke us a handful down there. He made some good plays down the stretch. He got to the line some. He made some jump hooks there in the lane. He's so long, and he's a good player. So he made some good plays down there at the end. But just trying to stay in front of Devin and contest shots.
How do you react to the fact that a lot of people consider Dallas one of the main favorites for the final win?
Well, we were right there, and then obviously we took huge blows. I got hurt, missed 9 games. I think Karan is done for the season. If you look at any team in this league, 2 of the main 3 scorers go out. That's tough for any team in this league. So yeah, it's been tough blows. Then Chandler got sick and missed 2 or 3 games.
If you compare the energy with 3-4 years ago when you guys get to the finals, did you feel the same?
Yeah, we definitely had that swag going early in the season. Now we're taking a little dip, but we got to work to get back to it. Got to work ourselves back into that winning mentality where we walk into gyms and buildings knowing we're going to win. And right now we're just a little funk, and we got to work ourselves out of it.
You always spend good work for Andrea Bargnani. Do you think he can get to the All-Star game this year?
We'll just have to wait and see. He's having a good season. He's shooting the ball well, and hopefully, wish him luck. All right, guys.